Switching gears here and thinking about another fictional character that is like a skunk, Stinkor from the He-Man universe. Because per Deadline,
Stinkor.
Jared, remember Stinkor from He-Man?
Yeah. You don't get Stinkor? Oh,
You could have convinced me of that because I was not an avid watcher of He-Man. You totally could have had me there.
He's an action figure that actually stunk. Yeah.
What? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if you guys are teasing
He was an
me or not.
anthropomorphic skunk from the He-Man, Masters of the Universe line of characters that the Mattel mixed in patchouli oil or something into the mold so that it stunk because that was his, one of his abilities.
The actual character, the figure, the toy.
Yeah.
Smelly.
Yeah.
I'm Googling right now.
It's true.
I don't believe it.
God, this is what I've created. This, just
Oh, wow. There it is.
controversial.
Got it.
Just we trust but verify. That's all.
Yeah, not controversial. What would be the word? I don't know. Where you just doubt me the whole time. All right, anyway, so per Deadline, Jared Leto has been confirmed as Skeletor in an upcoming He-Man.
Not Stinkor.
Now,
Skeletor.
I literally Googled, because this is my feeling. This is just anecdotal. This is just my feeling. But I literally Googled this phrase.
All right.
Is Jared Leto box office poison?
Oh.
Because my recollection is there's very few films I like him in. I like him in the Blade Runner sequel, 2049.
Blade Runner, that's what I was thinking. Yep.
That's it. End of list.
Oh.
He has a really small part, I think, in Fight Club, maybe. But
I don't remember the part. I saw that movie, but I don't.
Not really. I don't think he has any lines, maybe. But that's it. He was terrible as a
and
Joker.
there was such anticipation over his character actor preparation to play the Joker, which ended up being a flop. The film maybe so, but his portrayal kind of a flop too.
So this might not turn out as well as you might hope.
Look, the brand itself is so strong, right? I mean, certainly among folks of our generation, and not all the recent incarnations of He-Man have been as successful as others. We've had a few different animated versions on Netflix most recently. So there's a chance it could be good, but I don't know. I just have little faith in projects attached to him, and I don't know why. It may just be I don't like the guy. I don't know. Morbius is another example. That movie was garbage.
Yeah, that was not great. Also,
I don't know. He keeps getting chances.
Well, for Skeletor, at least he's going to be covered in some kind of prosthesis that, maybe he will be recognizable enough. Maybe he'll escape the curse because the curse is hovering around him, and we lost track of him because he looks like Skeletor.
You can't find him. The curse.
Right. The curse, like, where the hell did I put Jared Leto? He was just here.
Well, I'll go bother Stinkor.
I'm reminded that I can find him just to sniff around.
That's right. Played by Skunk Ape.
He played. I guess you could say played. Jared Leto played a character in the Haunted Mansion movie, which I really liked. The most recent one. He plays the
Hatbox Ghost.
Yes. Supposedly, although it doesn't sound like his voice, and it's a completely CGI character.
Oh, wow.
That character has somewhat of a skeletal face even, too. So maybe they thought that.
He was playing the ghost of Jared Leto's career.
Yeah, maybe. Brandon says Jared Leto is a talented actor who has played some really bad roles. He was great in Dallas Buyers Club. Yes, that was a movie I was thinking about. He's good. Yeah, that was definitely acting.
That's when I first was aware of him as an actor, and that such a good performance in that. It could be that has given him all these opportunities that he's. It could be right. He could just be going into horrible roles, but I mean, when I think I don't follow his career closely, but he has been like the Joker's what I think of the most. Like over prepared and over crazyfied and it made it almost like mythological, and it was just the Joker. It was nothing special.
Which Joker was that? The most recent one? I haven't watched.
The Suicide Squad one?
Suicide Squad
one. The first Suicide Squad, I think,
Which is probably like 3 Jokers ago, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
And honestly, that may have tainted my perception of him. Was a lot of the off-screen antics, supposedly, when he was playing that role, remaining in character and sending people boxes with rats in them. And
that's what... That kind of stuff poisoned me on him personally, but
not necessary. Well, in addition to Skeletor, they've also cast the role of 3 other villains. So Leto will be playing Skeletor, as I mentioned. They've additionally cast Sam Wilson as Trapjaw. You can picture that character, I bet. Some actor named I don't. I'm guessing this is a Swedish or Norse
He's
name.
somewhere Scandinavia. Yes.
Hafthor Bjornsson. As
I looked
Goat.
him up. He was in
did,
Game
okay.
of Thrones. He played the Mountain
yeah.
in Game of Thrones.
Oh, he's the Mountain? Oh, okay. I never watched the show, but I'm familiar with that character.
With that character.
I've heard of that, yeah.
Just a giant man. I thought
Yeah.
I thought what's his name was the Mountain? Aquaman. Jason Momoa. No, that's not right.
No. He
No,
was
no.
he was the
He was just a foothill.
Okay. Yeah.
he was the head of
He was a Craig.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, he was a what?
Craig, C-R-E-G.
Craig. Yes.
All right. Well, the Mountain guy is playing Goat Man, which I don't know, and Koho Ata is playing Triclops. I don't know. Look,
Who's playing Skunkor?
There's no Skunkor announced
Stinkor.
yet.
Stink-
There's no Skunkor.
Skunkor.
I just conflated.
Yeah. I feel like I don't even need to remind you about what the show is because you all know that. But of course, look, you can't think about talking about Skeletor conjures images of Frank Langella as that character from 1987's, I think, really bad adaptation of the story. We've talked about that before, but he wasn't a bad thing necessarily about that. They did what they did as far as prosthetics back then, and he went for it. And it turns out Langella, who was, an acclaimed actor, and so many other films I'd seen and loved him in before that, and since, it's one of his favorite roles of all times that he has played.
Really?
Yeah. And when asked whether he minds that folks think about him mostly as that role when he meets fans, he said, quote, a lot of people talk to me about Skeletor, which is one of my favorite parts. They always say, did you feel you were slumming? And I say, absolutely not.
Huh.
My son was 4 years
Good for
old,
him.
and I wanted to see his father as Skeletor, and I loved playing it. It's one of my favorite parts still.
Wow, very cool.
That's great.
We can see how Jared Leto, sizes up in 2026 when the movie comes out in June. Oh boy!
All right.
Yeah,
Of this year? That's soon, huh?
No, 2026.
Oh, next year.
Yeah,
Oh,
next
okay.
year.
You're 18 months
Yeah.
away.
John's
like,
leaping
man, that's
ahead
quick.
there.
Yeah, and actually, to close out my question to Google, is Jared Leto box office poison? Google AI wrote no. Jared Leto is not box office poison, and explained the films he's been in that have been successful.
Huh. So it understood your question. That's great.
Yeah. Brandon agrees. The Skeletor was the only redeeming thing about 80s He-Man. Yeah, I agree. And it ended with, they implied there was going to be a sequel, with Skeletor kind of surviving, but nope.
Oh.
Surprise.
I'm glad on that. That was bad.